Got to hook up some audio. There we go. I got the right one. I can get this thing on. Oh, there we go. Something like that. All right, messing around with some bottle openers today. Not bottle openers. Yeah, we're making bottle openers, but I got some wrenches. So I chopped one. Just chopping the ends off these wrenches. Went a little far. That's okay. Should probably get that off the floor, though. You know, just in cases. Yeah, so we're just knocking that off right there so I can work with the rest of the wrench. And just working on new concepts. So pop you off. Come on. There we go. Put you back in. It's gonna be the trick of these things are just tiny, and I don't, of course, have the right kind of tongs for it, so we're just gonna kind of play around. Get that out of the way. Hot, hot, hot. Done with the hot cut. We can put that away. Next thing I'm gonna do real quick is work on I got a drift made. Not a drift, a punch. I gotta try a different type of bottle opener here, but I made a punch for it. I don't know if it'll work. Put you there. It looks like it's working, but I saw in another video, I think I technically did it wrong. I'm just gonna pop that back in, get it hot again. Yeah, so the punch, I made a oblong kind of punch like so, and I realized in the video, it is supposed to kind of go to a spear point. I'm used to working with punches like on an iron worker. I'm like, oh, that should be the same. It should work. But I think it might be a little more effective for blacksmith if it had that little bit of a point on it like a chisel. But whatever. We'll make another one. That was a cheap piece of spring steel. So while that's heating back up, we're going to draw out these wrenches. Yeah, so I thought it'd be kind of cool to, I have, whenever I go to the scrapyard or when I go to, like I was just at a garage sale a little bit ago, and especially like our steel recycling center, they have piles, sometimes of old wrenches just laying around. Like I was at a garage sale, they had a bunch of, bought just a box full of files and wrenches for nothing. And I'm not going to use half of that, but I was like, hey, you know, it'd be cool to try and make different concepts of bottle openers. The nice thing about the wrench is it has an open face on it. If I can find my wrenches here. Oh, duh, there we go. So this is like an extreme example, but yeah, so I'm chopping this end off right here, and I'll taper all that out. We'll make the bottle opener on that side. Then this way they have a natural, I'll put like a leather strap on there and hang it on the barbecue pit, that kind of thing. So, but I mean, I got another bin full of wrenches that are garbage somebody was throwing out. And I'm like, hey, how hard can it be to make a bottle opener out of it? But so that's what we're trying today. See how it goes. In fact, I think I might just use maybe my other tongs would work better for that. We'll see. Then a lot of them are, your Chinesium, and so like right on this back side, it would say China, Taiwan, or whatever. So I just ground that out. I'm going to smush it out with another punch, and I'll just put my symbol on it. Whatever. Just keep working these down. Yeah, so that's all we're doing for now. We're just gonna taper those out till we get a good ways. See if I can finish punching that. It's the trick. This one. Probably should have. Now we're kind of playing the guessing game. Right about there, maybe. Just trying to shear that slug out, which I think I did. Yep, I did. Cool that down. Stinks is just a little big for my Pritchell hole. Grab that back up. Yeah, it looks like it broke loose, but I got it just stuck inside. We'll just heat that back up again. It looks like it wants to pop out. Maybe I can just put it right back over the Hardy and give it a go. Just be bold. Knock that thing out. Yeah, it wants to. That's right, we'll just heat it right back up again. It'll knock out the next time. All right. So the beauty of these too is they don't really have to be too big. It's supposed to be kind of a keychain pocket, you know, kind of bottle opener. Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm going for. I think I'll try and thin that up a little bit, stretch it out just a little more. I don't want to go back too far because I want to leave. It's got the, you know, the 9/16 wrench on there. It's got some different stuff. What up, Ken? So we'll just draw that out just a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. So I'll show a little bit more of that open end on the wrench. So it's kind of fun. Keep drawing those out to the length we want. So I haven't made anything like these ones before. I was on vacation drawing up ideas, and it occurred to me I have a box full of these junk wrenches. I'm like, you know, maybe try some bottle openers out of them. All right, let's see if we can punch that slug out of the one here now. We'll see. It's so close. It's just sitting there. That's what annoys me. And this thing wants to jump up into my hand too, which is awesome. There we go. Actually, no, it didn't. Man alive. Man alive. Come on. Thought I got it. I did not. This thing's going to be the death of me. I might just have to give up on that one for now. It's just, I think I have the wrong punch for it. Yeah, it's just wants to come out, but yep, that's the last attempt on that one. We're going to go on to something else for that one. Leave that one for later. I know another one I want to try here. If I can get that off the ground. Got another piece, a couple pieces of steel here we'll work on. Where to go? Here we go. Another piece of flat stock we'll go ahead and work on for now. All right, keep drawing these out. All right, I think I got that the thickness I want. I'll just get it dressed up a little here. We'll be ready to start bending that one around. That's looking pretty good. Get all straight. All right. That's about what we're looking for. Just a nice even taper. So now I'm going to break it back, wind it around to make the bottle opener section. So we'll pop that back in. All right. Call that one good. This one's about ready to, I get some of the. All right, that's 3. The other one I'm going to work on now is a piece of flat stock. Typically they're punching and drifting. I don't want to do that, so I'm just going to section off some steel about 1.5 inches. Establish my edge. So that's what I'm first doing, establish my edge. I'm going to separate that off to taper it. So I'll try and taper that off a little bit here. I think even 1.5 inches might be a little much, but that is okay. All right, so for this bottle opener, we're going to put the bob punch right there. This piece I'm sectioning off is going to come around and actually form the end of the bottle opener. So we'll pop that back in. So now what I got to figure out to make sure I do this right with the get that hot piece of steel off the ground. So these are the first ones I've made, like I've said, so I'm kind of winging it here. So gotta make sure I get enough steel to wrap around. It's a trick of it too. I had a frame here, I can turn that a little so you can see I'm working off the edge right here. More room. It's bending this at a 90. So we're going to do that, and the next one we're going to bring it right around. Maybe on the next one, I think I might even try a little bit more steel. So I think that should be fine for what I'm doing. This one, let's try just a little bit more. Yep, there we go. Ready to be bent around. The other thing I'm doing differently too is I had my other bottle openers I make was out of 3/8 by 3/8 square. I'm putting the bend in, I'm heating up the corner, and I'm upsetting it to get a nice form angle. These I'm not going to do that. I saw another person make up where it had kind of a sloped angle, and then there's that little depression. Do I have a bottle opener? Yeah, here's one. Show what I'm talking about here. So here's another kind of a stupid concept, but so this smoosh part right here, this is out of a nice 90-degree angle. They didn't have that; it just wrapped around, and on the curve they put this little smoosh right there. So that's what I'm going to try today to see if that works. And got to get my trusty bottle here. We'll put that somewhere so I can check it. Because obviously isn't going to do us a whole lot of good if it doesn't even work. And the last 90-degree angle here. Try it over the edge of the horn here too. That might work just as, oh, I should have done that the first time. That worked pretty well. Not exactly a right angle, but yeah, maybe it wasn't a good idea. That's all right. We're just figuring it out as we go. I suppose even if it wants to kick up, that's fine too. It doesn't have to be a right angle. All right. Keep separating out some steel for this one. All right, that's what we're going for. I'm just going to thin that out a little bit more, taper it at the end, and then we can start kind of wrapping around and making it into a bottle opener. Show all squared away. Okay, so now I'm going to swap the hammer out here. Something a little, where is it? A little lighter. So I think I want to cool off my bend on these. Cool off my bend. That probably would have been easier around the horn. All right, that's close. I want that even over more. So I'm going to pop that right back in. These wrenches are some of my smallest ones too. I'm just going to try this. It's heated up real hot still. Maybe I can still help you get a better grip on it too, I guess. Yeah, same with that one. I got to heat that one up just a little bit more. And I think I do actually have to cool down that corner. All wanted to kind of smash together. Let's try that again. All right. On the horn here. That one's doing it a little bit better. So that's close to what I want to do. I needed to bring this whole thing back a little further. We'll put the smoosh right in there. So we're getting close. This one, I'm just going to start with it hot here. Yeah, this is going to be a tricky one. Kind of bringing it back, but man, not liking how this is turning out. I think I got an idea. I should probably straighten that. The rest of this is kind of bowing. Maybe if I just flatten it right out, it might be good. Yeah, same with this one. Yeah, I think I just need to flatten it out now. I might just do the trick. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to work. I got it, yeah. All right, well, that one's not going to work. Oh, you even have you turn towards the, let me turn you back. Yeah, so I messed that one up. Broke the tip right off. So we're going to, suppose throw it to the junk bin. We'll work with some of that for later. Let it cool down too much. And I suppose, too, since the wrench is going to have a little more carbon in it, if it does get too cold, we're kind of out of luck. So make sure we keep it hot. Man, I can already tell. I wonder if this one's a little thin as well. All right, so I'm just going to leave this one. It's not the shape I want, but it's close. And so I think I'll do is I'm going to heat it up so I can put my punch into it. Or the little, let's see here. Can't think. Yeah, this one's way off too. Oof, this one looks like it wants to break too. Nice and easy. All right, not quite the shape, but we're gonna go ahead and put that, make sure it's straight. I'm gonna pop it back in to put that little piece in. So this one, I'll go ahead and draw this out a little bit more. Might as well, since oh, I still have two in there. That's right, I have two. So that's pretty close. We'll put one more heat just to thin it out nicely. Okay, so now I need the bob punch. Here you are. Chew down. Oof, this is gonna be rough. I need to make a hold fast or something for these parts. That's my water. Just gonna pop that in one more time here. You can tell you can kind of smooshing that out so it actually works for the bottle opener. So far, I think I thinned these up a little more than I should have. But they're cheap Chinese wrenches, so I really don't care at all. Losing them all day, man, I tell you what. All right, I think that might have been good. So that'll work. It's my pop bottle. Oh, so it does need a, it works technically, but I need to bring that hook back further. And my steel is already so thin, so I think I might just let these set and put in a couple different ones for something different to try and work on for now. So I'll try that last one here. But in the meantime, I'm going to throw a couple more pieces of steel in. I can find my last pair of tongs. There they are. All right, so that's done. Yeah, so that works. That's all we're going for, just like that. Nothing fancy. I think I'll swap it around. We'll put a, actually I'm not even gonna bother taking the time to, I was gonna put my touch mark in, but since I'm not gonna, these are just for fun, so I'm just playing around. Put that on the table so I can take a peek at it later and see what I gotta change. All right. And we got truck drivers coming in. We got all kinds of people coming back and forth. Yeah, rolling with the Heineken. Let's see here. All right, this final stretch for this one. All right, so that one's good to go. So this is just going to be this is 1/4 inch by 3/4 flat stock. So now I'll go ahead and bend that over. We'll make it around for the bottle opener. And on the other pieces of steel, I just chucked in our 1/4 inch round. We're going to make another bottle opener, but it's going to be a keychain kind of style. So I'm just going to draw the taper real quick. Stuff's so thin, you can pretty much just work on it cold. So that's fine for what I'm doing. So I'm going to pop that around, heat up the other side. Swap a hammer. Works to have a little lighter hammer on this 1/4 inch stuff. It's just so light. All right, so that's all we're going to do. Just taper that. Spin that around. So on these are basically making an S hook that's slightly misshapen. And we'll smash the one end so you can actually use it as a bottle opener. All right, both sides are tapered. Now we got to just do some little curly cues. Also try and roll with, try not to mess this one up for crying out loud. Man alive. So I'm going to Bring that all the way back. Want to straighten that out. I suppose I really don't need to, but we are. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and we'll bring that around. We should be looking pretty good. Ooh, if I can fit that into the forge. Oh man, that's a close one. Got a lot of material hanging off of that, so we'll see if I can even get that back out of here. All right. Taper this other piece 1/4 inch round. All right. Grab the other one and start working on the twists. Make sure I look at my little picture. Yes, okay. All right, we got the first curl on. Getting grease all over me there. So this is a bigger circle we need on that one. I'm going to grab my little quench can. All right. All right, second curl. We'll go and pop that in. So this one has to be the size of my pop bottle. So we'll cool off the curl. Okay, grab my bottle here. So here's the trick. I haven't done with this before. So it's going to go like that. So I just need to curl this piece over, and I'm going to put a smoosh right there on the end of that so I can actually pop that off. So that's perfectly good. Just going to flatten that out. Pop you back in. I think in the long run, it'd probably be good to just make a little jig to get that first bend right. I don't think that's going to be big enough. Yep, gotta widen that back out. So that's the trick, I suppose, is just finding out exactly. I'll have to heat that back up. Finding out that happy spot right there. Now that I look at that one, it doesn't even look like it's any better. Yeah, that's going to be the trick. Got to make that circle quite a bit bigger. So we'll just widen that back out. Have another go at it here. That's all we're doing today is just playing around. All right, flatten you out the other way. The easy end is going to be the small end. I just got to make a hook for it so I can put a piece of leather through it, and that's all I need to do. So that'll be easy. Just mastering this one spot. All right, so this end we're going to go ahead and okay. All right, so that's coming out a little better. So we're getting close there. I'll bring that around. I'll make a little swoop on it and everything too. Keep touching my forehead, don't I? Need a little, wow. There we go. Man alive. It is hot in the forge today. I should say it's just muggy. Muggy and gross. All right. See if I can make these little ones work. Might just need to abandon and try again. So line you up. Okay, so I think I got it back to where I needed it. Yep, that fits right inside. Let's widen up just a little bit more. It's pretty strong, so I might just keep that one. I'm just going to keep this one as is. Yeah, just see how it works, the mechanic. So I'll put the other end in. I'll get that bent around. We'll play with it that way. Same with this one. I just need to cool off that. Didn't do it on the last one. That's fine. Check our bottle. Yep, that works. I'm gonna do the same thing, I think, and just bend that out for my other curl. Just kind of go from there to see how that works. A little too far. All right. All right, turn you around. Okay, so now we're back to that one. All right, so that's about what I'm looking for. Only I'm going to heat it back up and just put a little curl on this with my scroll. So I can just go right back in. About as good as I can get that one on the first try. All right, now I just got to loop that around for the keychain part, and that's almost done. The biggest thing is just remembering which way to make that little scroll. Because opposite is opposite. Get you all straightened out. All right. It's going to be the trick. I need some better tongs for this kind of stuff. So this will just hammer right back into itself. Make sure everything's flat. I want that to be tight against it. All right, so that's what I'm going for right there. This end I totally messed up because I want it to come back around and close itself off as well. But I figure, you know, it doesn't have to be closed off. So now I need to put that end back in so I can put the smoosh in so I can actually pop a bottle off. So yeah. And I think what I will have to do, just thought of it, yeah, see, it's the first time I made these two, is I do have to close it off far enough so the bottle will actually pry against itself. So a little more trial and error, but I think we'll get it. All right. Find my little pliers. Put a little scroll on this. Ooh, need a glove on. Nothing fancy. Just gonna scroll that up a little bit. Make sure that still works. Yes, that works. So I'll pop that in. I just have to put the smush in there. I've been saying smoosh a lot today. My apologies. Man alive. Okay. Oh, wrong tongs. What kind of happens when I'm making 6 different things at once and I haven't made them before, just kind of running all over the place. When I get down the style of how I want to do this, it should go a lot better, but for now, okay, so it's going to kind of curl that. This could be a little dangerous. Let's be careful here. Oh, nope, it's not so bad. All right, I think that did it. Just gonna get this straightened out real quick here. All right, so you can see that, I got in low power mode, so we might have to shut down sooner or later. So I got that smoosh right there. So now I just need to check. Yeah, so this part here will need to wrap around. That's where I messed that up. So I'm gonna pop that back in and just curl that as much as I can. So I'll go ahead and put the piece in this one here. All right. Same kind of deal. I'll get that flattened out. So there's that piece in there. Now the bottle goes in, which is great, but I'll need to heat it up, cool it down, and just twist this in so the bottle will go in and be able to pop itself loose. This one might be ready here. Cool that off. One more maybe. There we go, something kind of like that. So now the bottle should go in and pop itself loose, I hope. So I can find out real quick. No, not quite. I need to curl it over even more. That's okay. The other one's not quite ready. This is like my normal day in the forge. Kind of messing up a lot, you know. Just kind of figuring out as we go. Nope. Time and again, I tell you what, time and time again. We might be looking pretty good. That last one might have done it. Maybe one more here. Or two. All right, so that's ready for a hot cut because I got to spin it around. So we'll toss that in a little further this time. So I'll get that end cut off. Want to flare out the handle a little bit. This I'm done with. Okay, so just need to twirl this in far enough. Yes. All right, there we go. Finally, bottle goes in, just pops off like so. I think I'll just give it one more little tweak. It's pretty close. All right, that's it for this one. Just get her all flattened and straightened up. See, this one I'd like to actually make a lot of. I really like the simplistic look to it. Just want to pound that in. Just I want to make that solid there. Get that one quenched so we can take a look at it. All right. So this is the other concept bottle opener, just like that. You put a loop through there or a piece of leather through there, and then you can just pop. So I mean, it's nice, it's smooth. The thing I like about this one is it's small, it's smooth and light, and so it'll fit right in your pocket. That just goes on like so and should just pop the top right off. So there we go. But yeah, so that one I really like. I'm just gonna buff that one out and put a little beeswax on it and call it good. So there's we got one good one today. At least we did one thing right. Let's fix the last one. Just looking for my little pliers. Oh, there we go. All right. Same kind of deal with this one. I gotta close it way off here. So let's give it a big turn like so. Just make sure the bottle can get in there. Yep, that's perfect. So yeah, number 2. Yeah, I really like these ones. They're kind of fancy. Cleaned off and quenched. And I'm just gonna finish the day off with this last bottle opener. All right, there we go. Kind of fun. Real simple. If I get that one down well, I should be able to pump a lot of those out in an hour, which is kind of what I'm looking for. I don't want to spend all day going crazy. So now on this last one, I got to cut off the material I don't need. Get my trusty Harbor Freight axe cut off. $5. Can't go wrong. Grab the right tongs here. The length I want, about there. There we go, don't need that. So here's this concept. So now I want to just get this flared out a little bit. Probably use some different tongs as well, because can't have everything easy. Also take that off. So basically what I'm going to do is just get this all rounded off a bit. Obviously I have to get another heat on here, but so what I'm going to do is just kind of flare that out like a fishtail, a little wider at the bottom. I want to put my touch mark in there. So yeah, we'll pop that in. I should. We keep getting the low battery. We're just rocking it with the low battery. I'm gonna go through this way. We're let's see here. Juan Carlos, what up? Chris, hello. Lax man, what up? All right. Well, I'm glad everyone jumped in. If my phone just shuts off, it's because I'm like on the last 2% of my phone there. But yeah, so all we're really doing today is just work on some bottle openers. My wrench ones failed, epic fail. First shot I did on those, but that's fine. The ones that were the S ones, those came out pretty good. I like those. Put a piece of little leather around there, and you know, makes her a fun gift. All right, crack a little bit of this one out. I can grab it. Get my touch mark. Let's see, where is my touch mark? Right there. All right. All right. See if I can check my battery here. Oh yeah, we're good. We're good. I'll also try and put a little bit of a swoop in it as well. Nice, you know, fits the hand. I'll go ahead and just quick put my touch mark on there while it's still a little hot. There we go. Pull you off. One more heat. Just got a little cool on me there. All right. One last heat. I'm just going to go ahead and just dress that handle up on the bottle opener, and that is all the time I have for today. Yeah, just trying to make a bunch of different concepts. I got a book I keep with just different designs, stuff I liked off online and Etsy and all that, and just see what people like. And I've only been smithing for the last several months, and so I'm just trying to find some of those basic skills to hone and get really good at. And some things have gone well, some things not so well, but whatever. All right, we'll try that. So my one piece kind of got bent. Sweet, I think that's good. All right, always go opposite, righty tighty, lefty loosey, righty tighty, close, close. All right, so to recap, my wrench ones did not go well. Let me grab one of those. They did not go well really at all. Well, so these tiny little things right here, they're small little wrenches. And I was like, oh, if I draw it out, I can curl it around. And so that one technically worked, but I don't really like that. I'm going to try and figure out something different. I don't know what it'll be, but something different. So I didn't. Plus, then I found out too, I made that way too thin. So on one of them, when it got cold, it just snapped the end off. So maybe just bigger wrenches. No, that's good. Got a couple of these bottle openers here. I really like those. I think I'll spend this weekend making just a ton of those and get ready to sell, give as gifts. I mean, that's something that can be whipped out pretty quick. I even have some quartered square stock as well that I think would really work a lot easier to move around. This is the last bottle opener we did right here. Nothing too crazy. I have probably way too much of this. I like having designs on like a curls on the end, but I think that was just a little much. But yeah, so it's got a little bit of a swoop. It's got can't really see my touch mark right there. Oh, there you can. But yeah, that's all we did for the day. We're just playing around. A few of these I've never made before. It was just, trying to hone those skills and have fun. So, all right, well, I'll try and get back on the channel maybe this Saturday again, maybe even tomorrow. I think I have time. So, hey, it's good seeing everyone. Why don't you go out and make something? We'll talk to you later. Bye.